Oh. This was. We're back.
What's old is new again.
There it is.
New again.
Ron Clift. They're going to ramble, so get your geek on. It's time to ramble. There's no need to gamble. Unzip and let your nerd out. It's time to ramble. They're here to unscramble all the latest cool stuff. It's time to ramble. No need to stumble into He-Man's mother's pussy. It's time to ramble. Jerry, Eddie, sometimes alt-right Cody too, giving you the gospel. Hell to the nah. There we go, and here we are. Ramble Radio 510. Eddie, this is the Ramble Podcast, a geek's guide to pop culture. In case you haven't put two and two together yet, we are the geeks. I'm a comedian, cancer fighter, a fan of notebooks. Big notebook collector.
The movie The Notebook or notebooks in general?
Notebooks that I write about the movie The Notebook.
Got it. Okay.
And
Makes sense.
Jerry Rocher, right here, we have the one and only.
Comedian Eddie Pence and podcaster.
Do you like the smell of paper in a notebook or a book?
Not particularly.
I'm like that Nora Dunn character in SNL. Like, I'll be writing in a notebook.
You'll sit there and flip through and smell it?
Oh, yeah. If I'm reading a book. Woo! Get that whiff.
No.
Magazines,
Not a big fan.
books,
Not a big fan.
Notebooks.
Newspaper? Newspaper?
No, newspapers are fucking nasty. Thank God they're
newspapers
they were dying.
disgusting.
They were all gone. They were dying things. They're failing. They're horrible.
Very unsuccessful.
Very unsuccessful. Horrible things. I ink. Ooh, fresh ink on a notebook.
I don't mind ink,
Ooh.
but I'm not a big fan of paper.
Are you a big notebook guy? Where do you write your jokes on? Do you go computer or notebook?
I guess I have a note. I have one
Are
of those,
we okay peeling back behind the curtain?
I have one of those moleskin notebook thingies
Yeah.
that I jot stuff down, but most of my writing I do on stage.
No. But like, do you just instantly remember it, or do you then go, "Oh fuck, that was a good joke. I got to write that down."
I kind of just remember. It's probably not. Probably not the best way to do it, but I just have it in my head.
Whatever works.
And then sometimes I'll write something out if I need to get a wording or phrasing right, and it worked that way. I'll go, okay, I gotta say it like this. But
I always write, and then just recently, I'm transferring it to typed up. I think because my hour, I don't want to fuck it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm really like, usually just write it down, commit it to memory. But I write when I'm driving. Is that weird? Like, I mean, it's very dangerous.
I wish I could. I can't. I have
it's very
so much
deadly.
Road rage.
I don't
so
recommend.
much road rage. I can't.
I don't
do it.
recommend. Eddie, I don't recommend doing this when you're on the 405, Eddie. I don't recommend doing this.
No, that's not a good thing. Not a good thing.
But I always have ideas drop in my fucking head when I'm driving. So I have to remember that. And in the minute I park, I always have a notebook with me so I can write down. Especially when I would do long road trips. Holy shit. Oh my God. You just have nothing but, it's Eddie. It's like, it wasn't the greatest thing he ever wrote. But John Bon Jovi did say, sometimes when you're alone, all you do is think, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't the greatest thing he ever wrote. We all know what the greatest song John Bon Jovi ever wrote was, but
Right.
I'm Wanted Dead or Alive is up there. It's not, Blaze of Glory.
It's no Blaze of Glory.
Nothing. Wake up in the evening and I raise my weary head. I mean, you're already in. Got an old coat for a pillow. Whew, in the earth. If we were a tag team, is that what we're coming out to?
I think so.
Are we
dressed
both
as our
ponchos?
Favorite Young Guns characters?
Yeah, I'm in all Chavez it.
Do we come out on horses?
We have to. We have to. Oh, man. My goodness. Until this becomes an Andor recap, which is very soon.
Yeah.
This Friday. And then after Andor, I don't know.
I think
it'll just be a recap. We can have time where every Friday for like 3 months, we can just talk about each cast member that's been unveiled for Avengers Doomsday.
Ooh.
We can just go, okay, now we're done,
Okay.
because there was like 750.
Well, I
at
mean, they're
least.
leading off with Chris. Is Chris Hemsworth going to be Doomsday's version of, say, like, Tony Stark was in the other is he going to be? Is he going to die? Are we going to say bye to Thor? I think we are.
We might.
Because Thor: Love and Thunder, we saw Valhalla. So I think I think we're going to lose Chris Hemsworth in Doomsday.
We might, yeah.
That's going to be the bottom, I believe.
Yeah.
For Doomsday.
Ooh. Whew.
That's my call. That's just my call.
I love it. I'm excited. Prediction. Wasn't even part of what we were going to talk about today. But it is. We're going to stick with Marvel, because holy shit, did they give us not one but 2 Daredevil episodes.
And what fucking Daredevil episodes they decided to give us?
Okay, so the first
Wow.
the first of the 2, I'm like, it's just going to be kind of a cutesy one, because we got Miss Marvel's dad, which I thought was great.
Yeah. That's a nice little
But I also
tie-in,
thought-
little nod.
Yeah. But he was so much comic relief in Miss Marvel that I thought, are they just going to have him say fucking cunt? Because it's a rated R show now. Are they just going to have him be like, look, I can't fucking approve you. These fucking, it ain't me.
Sorry.
It's these fucking cunts up top, upstairs.
Fucking broads.
Talk
And then
to
he
these
leans behind the
twats.
desk and takes a picture of his dick and then sends it to someone. We don't even know who it goes to. He just
It's
fucking...
my dick getting out there. Anyway, my kid, you should meet her. Great hero. And then we get the bank, and I'm like, I was torn, because when I first finished it, I'm like, yeah, could have been like a 20-minute add-on to the next episode. But then the more I think about it, I'm like, nah, I think it was right what it needed to be. It was.
I loved it.
It
was a nice little.
Because we normally are, what's next, and this
everything so
what's
far,
next.
Everything so far has been this, like, it's been plowing through this storyline. Like, we're going, every episode is like beat for beat going to the next story. Like, it's all just going down the story. This was like a nice little, like, rest stop to the main storyline. And like, okay, let's put him in here, but still have it sort of tie into everything, because we're seeing the evolution of Matt Murdock becoming Daredevil again, but it's outside of everything. It was just a nice, in one location.
And what was great was he puts on a red mask. I thought that was great. And god damn, when he just fucks that dude's leg up. And you see it in the previous episode. He's like, well, I'm kind of practicing my shit outside. And then he still is hoping that the system will work, even in that episode. Yeah. But then he realizes, oh no, when Kamala's dad lies and says he knows, when he realizes that he's a dead man, right? When he goes,
he's got to do something,
they know,
he's going to die.
Yes, if they know, once they know he's bullshitting them about this, he's dead. So I have to step in before the cops can come in.
Again, not a reason, not being brave, not being Daredevil to be Daredevil. He was doing, okay, if I don't do this, this person's going to die. I have to do this.
Right. So great little fight scene. I love the little Untouchables wink when he slides down the steps to catch a shotgun, so it doesn't set off any noise.
But
to
you're
the
also
other guys.
seeing it took him a minute to subdue that lackey with the ski mask on. Like, he's not.
He should have beat the fuck out of this guy in 2 seconds. Be like,
he's not Daredevil in top form. He's not Daredevil that went against Kingpin.
This is Michael Jordan wearing number 45. Is what this is. This is Jordan wearing 45. That's what this is, and we got that, and he's because you thought, man, both these guys, Daredevil, all 6 of those guys, if he was prime Daredevil, they're gone in 3 minutes. Yeah. 3 minutes, he fucks.
And honestly, watching that episode, I was waiting for it to happen. I thought he was going to just say "fuck it" right there in the middle of the bank and just take all of them out.
But I love that he knew he couldn't. That's what I loved, is that he knew he couldn't do it yet. And so
he's
he
not
had
ready
to do
yet. And also, the way he did it, he still kept his identity hidden.
Brilliant. It was, puts the mask on to go fuck up the guy outdoors. And then the great switcheroo. Who is the inside lady? Who does she work for? That was great. That was
what's that diamond about? Who wants the diamond?
Right. It was like, what is going on? But man, that was fantastic. And then
does that pay off later, or does that not even? Do we not hear about that again?
I wonder, could be just a fun little. That was fun, but it's not going to matter.
Do we see this in season 2 of Daredevil, which is filming now, or maybe that Punisher one-off special?
Is that what they're doing? A one-off Punisher?
Yeah, they're doing kind of like they did with Werewolf at Night.
Well, I think we're not done with the Punisher in this series, because the next episode,
I hope not.
We basically have Wilson Fisk arm an army of wannabe Punishers.
Yeah.
So, which is not going to make the real deal happy. And I think, and so Muse was, I don't think he's obviously going to be the main villain of this. He's just a guy that brings Daredevil out of retirement and then catches the ire of this Punisher army. Because Fisk
Muse is literally Daredevil's muse, so to speak. He's the one who inspires Matt Murdock to become Daredevil.
I got to come back. And that was a great scene when he realizes that White Tiger's, that girl's in trouble. And so he calls the cops and he goes, fuck it. And then just goes and puts on his outfit. And you're like, oh shit, this is it. And that was that was maybe my favorite shot of the series, is just a scene where Muse looks and you see the train go by and you just see that tiny silhouette of Murdock Daredevil sprinting towards me. He looks again. He's like, oh shit. He just fucking, that was great. And just rescues her. It was, man, that was.
But that whole scene where you got the double fight scene where you finally get Wilson Fisk going, okay, I'm Kingpin. He's taking that axe down to Alex in the cage.
Adam, here's your chance. Adam, here, I'll give you a.
Hey, dude, for a minute there, I was like, he's gonna hack off his hands, or he's gonna take out Adam with the axe, and then
I thought so too.
And he tosses it into the cell. I'm like, oh, he's Kingpin again.
Yes, because he needed to remind himself, this guy's a scrawny little fuck, but I'm gonna give him a fucking axe, right?
Yeah.
And so
I'm gonna beat the fuck out of him.
And I'm gonna beat the fuck. Now
it's
again,
sort of you're watching sort of that, and the way they cut back and forth between those two fight scenes. You're watching Kingpin and Daredevil.
Born again.
Work the bugs out. Yeah.
Because
get their mojo back.
If Kingpin hadn't taken any time off, he kills Adam in 2 seconds. It's not even, but it was great. He had to get a little fucking, but oh my God, it was, whew.
It's a perfect episode. It's wonderful.
Are we going to see him?
Was that Swordsman you got in there?
The Swordsman is back. The Swordsman is back. I loved it. Just knowing who Wilson Fisk is. The Swordsman, knowing who the fuck he is and just not afraid of him. Saying, I wonder if, I'm hoping the Swordsman becomes in this world like the, because I heard he's going to be in more than one episode of this, Tony Dalton.
Okay.
And
well, you saw the video clip earlier in the show. There was a vigilante out there with a sword. That's him.
It's
obviously
him.
Being a vigilante.
And I hope he becomes like the Tony Stark funder for like the street level Marvel team.
Oh, that would be great.
Know, like he's their money guy. Like, don't worry, I got you. Like, I'm telling you, it's so fascinating to see him in this after Better Call Saul, when he is maybe the most evil, ruthless villain, scariest villain in TV show history as Lalo in Better. You're just like, oh God, when that guy, every time he's on screen, you're like, okay, somebody's gonna die, something bad's gonna happen. He's just so funny, but he's so charming as Lalo too.
Yeah.
He's just so disarming and ruthless, and oh man, like, but and I like how he's Swordsman is kind of like that, a little charming, a little sweet, but a little obviously not as horrific. Just oh man.
Well, that whole scene was great at the dinner party where you see Kingpin or Wilson Fisk realizing, I can't do what I want to do if I'm not Kingpin. I can't. These people are billionaires. They're never going to do what I want them to do. I have to make them do what I want to do.
Matt Murdock realizes the system can only go so far in helping him in what he needs to do. And Fisk is realizing being mayor only goes so far in helping him accomplish.
The parallel storytelling in that episode was
so
fantastic.
Good. So fucking good. This really is like Heat. This is Heat, but with Daredevil and Kingpin. It's fuck, man. It is. Ooh, Eddie, how many more? They dropped 2 now. How many more? Did they do this for Andor?
I think to speed it up because we have Andor. I don't think they want Andor and Daredevil hanging out at the same time.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because especially with the way Andor's dropping 3 episodes at once every week.
Yeah, I have time. We're be fucking.
So they don't want to fuck up their download numbers.
Whew, man, this is fucking. I'm so beyond pleasantly surprised with this show and what they're doing, and oh man,
I was worried too because remember this got pulled back and they redid the whole thing. Like this wasn't going to be what it is, and I was worried anytime they do
Kingsley, Rambler and viewer of my streams, had heard apparently, and this would have been rough. Supposedly, the rumor was the original draft of the pilot of the first episode is everything that happens with Bullseye and the fight and all that, but it's never shown. Matt Murdock is just recounting it on the stand, and you don't even see it.
Ew.
Like,
why?
What the fuck? What?
But see, that worries me when they stop something and pull it back. I start getting because I have.
They think it's going to be
Captain America,
Brave New World. Yeah,
yeah. But it seems like they pulled it back and they got it right this time.
They got it absolutely right. This has been an absolute home run of Marvel's television. It is just a fucking grand slam. I'm going to say it, Eddie. This Ramble Radio 510 has been an absolute grand slam.
I think it's been a grand salami. I believe so.
The problem is, though, what
comes next?
The challenge that, we just had a great play, and we probably wasn't a homer, and now it's been challenged, and we have to just sit there and God damn it, is our contractual obligation.
Here we go. Okay. Skeletor. We were just talking about Daredevil, and we're watching the parallels between Daredevil and Kingpin, and how they were going down similar paths. Do you ever feel that way, you and He-Man?
Eddie, that's a wonderful question. I'm glad that you've asked me that. I can't speak for that worthless twat, but I can say that I've heard from several people. He tries to suck his own dick. And he can't. And guess what? When he's trying to suck his own dick, guess who is? Your boy. Right here. Mouthful of his own cock. Well, that loser just can't even go, oh, Mom, help me, Mom. Mom, I need my dick sucked. Can you help me? And she's like, oh, sure, hon. Let me suck your dick for you. You fucking loser piece of shit. You are King of Randor. You wanna jerk off while you watch your wife suck off your son? Huh? As he comes all over that fucking skank? Because 2 seconds he's jizzing, that piece of shit. And she's not even that good of a blowjob giver. Trust me. Believe me. Also, her pussy is tremendously big. I normally have a witticism there. But I'm sorry, I got emotional. But her mother, He-Man's mother's a giant pussy. Normally, I'm ashamed. It's usually much more witty. It's usually something that tricks you. I can see the look on you or both your faces when I say it, and you're both like, well, you do a double take like the little rascals, like, huh? He did what? What place could be that big? And you can't possibly think it's her fucking pussy.
Okay.
All right. This is a hell of our own making. A hell of our own making.
It's
we
what
just
happens,
thought, wouldn't
kids,
it be cool if we had a band? Wouldn't it be cool if we had a band?
Yeah,
I know.
All star. Let's have a band. Let's just sign the paperwork. Let's not read it.
Our own Doc Severinsen.
Yeah,
who wouldn't?
That's
want
all we
that?
wanted. That's all we wanted.
Was just our Doc Severinsen, and this is what we get.
So we get not even a band. There's no band.
It's not one instrument.
No music.
Cinesnob Cody, you could please go follow the Cinesnob podcast. Get them on Rotten Tomatoes. That would help out a lot. Eddie, working all the fighting folks.
5 days a week, patreon.com, The Ralph Report. Tuesdays, Fridays, Ramble Radio. Wednesdays, Ramble Proper.
There it is.
Here on the Podderation Network. And then also on Fridays, Not Today with Jen Sturger.
You can find me in the same Ramble locales. You can find Eddie and Cody. I'm also streaming games at Retro Rocha on Kick and Twitch most nights of the week. And then just my name on YouTube. Tonight, I'll be in Laredo, Texas at the Laredo Selfie Museum running my hour Cancer Culture. Tomorrow night, Saturday, I'll be in Houston at Bad Astronaut running my hour about my fight against. I think Dahlem is going to be there. Confirmed Rambler Dahlem will be there. So come any other Rambler.
Legendary Dahlem. Legendary Dahlem.
Fuck yeah. Dahlem's going to be there. So I think I'm hoping we'll see. I think Cordelia may be there too.
Wow.
Remember one of the few female champs on our thing, and if I'm forgetting somebody, forgive me, but I think there might even be another Rambler going. That it's just an embarrassment of riches, Eddie. It's really just a goddamn embarrassment of riches, and I appreciate each and every one of you who are going to be out there. So yeah, thanks for coming out and all that. But I feel bad. I'm going to try to find. It's like I could see him right here. Bienvenue, Jeremy Bienvenue's going.
Jeremy Bienvenu.
Yeah. Bienvenue, Dahlem, and Cordelia. News. Should I just say that when I see him? News.
Yeah.
News. Limbs. It'll be great either way. Well, thank you all. We love you all. Stay safe. Enjoy the music, everybody. We'll see you next week. Have a great weekend, everyone. Bye-bye. Boom. You know what the good thing is, that it warms my heart?
What?
When Daredevil this season's over, when Andor's over, there'll still be something for us to lose our minds about.
Yeah.
There'll still be something to geek out over. And I'm sorry that it took me like 45 seconds to remember Jeremy Bienvenu's name. That's unforgivable.
It is unforgivable. But we're going to have Fantastic Four to geek out about after all that's over.
Look at this.
And you know what? Thunderbolts is nestled in there somewhere.
Could it be the dark horse that ends up being our favorite?
Dude, Sentry, that's one of the characters. That's one of the names that was mentioned.
In Doomsday? Sentry?
Sentry. Sense?